we are going to learn some advanced concepts in this, objects as conditions, and run until it breaks, executes, and key points to remember that we have learned. So objects as conditions. As you know, while loop needs a condition to run. How we can pass objects as conditions? What are objects? Actually, list, variables, functions, everything actually is an object in Python. There is a peculiar property of objects. Empty objects have a Boolean value of false in Python. So if we pass empty objects as condition and their Boolean value is false, that loop won't run. While the object is not empty, the loop will run. But since the object, let's say you in the code you are removing elements from the object, then the object at some point will become empty. At that point, the loop will stop to run. So let's create a simple loop. So this is the list ls 1 2 3 4 5. So while ls, I am using this list as a condition. So what happens here is Boolean value of list is checked. So if this list is not empty, the Boolean value will be true. If list is empty, the Boolean value will be false. So if the condition results true, while loop runs. If the condition returns false, the while loop does not run. Right. So let's try to keep removing elements from this list, ls.pop, and let's see how many values we see, how many iterations we see. 5 4 3 2 1. It keeps popping the last element until it reaches the first element. At that point, the list becomes empty. So let's keep checking the Boolean value of the list also. So bool ls. So it is true, the loop runs. It is true, the loop runs. At the end, it becomes false. The loop doesn't run anymore. I hope you get this concept. Objects can be passed as conditions in while loops. Now let's try to do that with a string. While name print name, and every time I'm just gonna remove the last element of that string. I'm just gonna consider all the elements before the last element. So let's try to print this and see what we get. So you can see every time we are reducing the length of this string by one element, and at the end this string becomes empty. So if you add this print statement after this change, then at the end you're going to see an empty string. So let me just add something so that we can see empty string has been printed. So you can see at the last the current name has become empty, and if you check the Boolean value at the last, it would have become false, right? Because Boolean value of an empty object is false in Python. That's the fact we are using when we are writing this syntax. So you might be confused. There is no comparison operator. There is nothing. There is just a variable. How can we use that variable as a condition? So the concept is the Boolean value of an empty object is false in Python. I hope you have understood this concept, and if you have any doubts, you can ask me in the comment section. Okay, now let's move on to another concept, run until break executes. So how do I keep my while loop running forever, right? And I will tell you when do you need to do this, right? So for that, there is a syntax while true. So if you focus on the syntax of while loop, there has to be a condition here which returns true or false. So if I keep true there, then this loop inherently will run forever until there is something that breaks it. While true, print I, if I modulo 10 equals 0, then break the loop, I plus equals to 1. So I'm instantiating I with 1, and it will keep running until I becomes a multiple of 10. Till then we will break out of them. So you can keep the loop running forever this way until a break is executed. One of the scenarios where you can use this is when you need continuous input from the user and it's like an interaction with user. So let me show you a quick interaction with a user. While true, print choose your option. Okay, so this is the menu that you're gonna show to the user. Print 1, haha, print. Second option that the user has, ho ho. And third option that the user has, exit. So he needs to exit this game. Let's get the user choice. Input equals to int, enter your choice. Let's improve this language. Here are your options. Now, if the user enters, input function should be used to collect the input. Now, if the user enters 1, then I need to print haha. If the user enters 2, then I need to print okay. If the user enters 3, else. If the user enters 3 or anything else, I just break out of that while loop. So let's play this game, ha ha ho ho, and let's run this. Enter your choice. Here are your options. We enter 1. So here are your options. Enter your choice. We enter 2. Ho ho. Ho ho has printed. Now let's try to exit the loop. We have exited the loop successfully. So I hope you have understood how you can have interactivity through a while loop, through a while true loop. And it keeps running until there is a break state. So now it brings us to the key points that we have learned in loops so far. So one of the most important points of writing loop successfully is do not forget the indentation and colons. So in while loop as well as in for loops, we have these colons and the indentation that comes after that. If you forget that, there's gonna be an error. Second concept, always keep termination condition in while loop, it will run forever. If you don't keep any termination condition like else here, break here, or this I plus equals to 1 and this break condition here, then it will keep running forever. So always keep in mind the termination condition even before you start writing the while loop. Now you can use break and continue statements to have additional control inside the loops. So here I'm using break to get out of the loop, and you can use continue to move to the next iteration whenever needed in a loop. And so since nested loops increase the time complexities, so use only when you are absolutely required to use nested loops. Otherwise, try to come up with a different approach so that you don't have to use nested loops. Boolean value of empty object is false. This fact can be used as a condition in while loops. We have seen this here. Boolean value of empty objects is false. We have directly passed objects as condition and used the fact. So these are the 5 key points that you have to remember in loops in Python, and you will be good to go. So that's all for today's session. Today we learned about important concepts. We learned about objects as conditions. We learned about infinite while loop and running it until it breaks. And we also understood where it can be very useful. Then we went through the critical points that you have to remember as far as loops are concerned. So if you have enjoyed the session, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share this channel with your friends so that they can have quality education for free. Let's become great developers. Thanks a lot and goodbye.